Good morning, everyone. So it's Friday? Oh my Lord. Okay. Yeah, it's Friday. So the weekend is upon us, right? And I know lots of you are rejoicing to see the end of the week. I want to talk today about gratitude, about rejoicing, about having heartfelt gratitude for your life, the things going on around you, all the wonderful things in the world. Thank you for the heart, whoever joined. um, Here's the thing. I've been speaking lately, about the research regarding the idea that our heart has neurons and it is actually a brain center for us. Looks like that's Maddie. Yes, thank you. Another heart. Um, and in your heart, in a lot of cultures and a lot of civilizations, the heart was considered to be the main thought center, the main processing center. And truly, we're discovering now that the heart has millions of neurons, brain cells. It actually thinks for itself. And in fact, they're finding that the heart is precognitive. It has intuitive qualities and knows up to 6 seconds before an event that an event is going to happen. So we need to start paying attention to that, right? Um, and another advantage of paying attention to your heart and being grateful for things. And here's the connection. When you're grateful, when you look at the things going on around you, and when you consider the gratitude, being grateful for things in your life, things about yourself that are wonderful, and that's very important. You need to be very, very conscious of considering how wonderful you are. When you there's a chemical that's released by the pituitary gland called oxytocin. It's also produced by the heart. Oxytocin is a result of affection. So anytime that you hug someone, or you look at them and you feel love in your heart, or you think of them with love, and really, that includes gratitude, obviously, you produce oxytocin, which gives you that pleasurable feeling, that feeling of enlightenment, and creates an energy in your body and an excitement about being alive. And, so often we are prone to devaluing ourselves, to thinking of ourselves in a belittling manner. And I've discussed in the past several reasons for that. Everyone has their own reason for that, and it's something that kind of becomes second nature a lot of times, for whatever reason. But if you start your day, before you go into meditation, start writing down the things that you're grateful for that happened yesterday, the things that you're grateful for about the world, the things that you're grateful for about yourself, the things that you have done for the people around you, the love that you get from people and the love that you feel for people. Get that into your heart and into your brain. Include that in your meditation, and what you'll find is that because meditation is all about increasing flow of electrical impulses between your brain and your heart through the vagus nerve, which is the pathway that helps us to connect. Again, I've discussed in the past, the whole object of meditation is to connect heart, brain, heart, and gut neurons, those intelligent centers of our body that help us to make decisions and help us to create our world. So it's very, very important for us to expand the pathway, the vagus pathway, so that we're connected more freely during the day as we go about, as we encounter things in our day. We're more able to look at them in a light of, you know what? Everything that happens to us in this world happens for our edification, for our instruction. Everything that happens for a reason, and the only reason that the universe has for helping us to have things happen in our life is to make us more expansive. Okay? To allow us to have a more abundant and a more enjoyable life, and to bring that joy and abundance to the people around us. So please start journaling. And in fact, studies have shown that people who do journaling about gratitude, in other words, at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, however, whatever works for you. I'm a morning person, so when I get up, that's the time for me to do my journaling and to even reflect on what happened yesterday, the things that I'm grateful for that happened yesterday or the past week. Write those things down. And I write down the things that, I'm looking forward to today, the things that I'm grateful for that are happening in the world, that are expanding our awareness of who we are as children of God, as contributing parts of the universe. We get to create beauty. We get to create abundance. We get to create a wonderful life for ourselves and for the people we come in contact with. That's something to be grateful for, and it's hard. It's hard at first to begin to believe that's I don't create anything in the world. I'm just this little person. I can't. But I tell you what, start writing it down. Even if you only have a glimmer of belief in it, just write it down. Say, man, I am so happy and grateful that the Spirit puts energy into me to create a bountiful world. I am so happy and grateful that Spirit brings to me things that uplift my life, that magnify my purpose, that provide abundance to me every day. Just write it down. Just write it down. Little by little, you'll start seeing things show up. Oh, yeah, that's something that I did that created something wonderful. That's something that I said to someone that made them feel great about themselves. I held the door for this person who was walking in behind me, and the look on their face, the surprise. And then I saw them do something nice for somebody else in the store. It expands. It creates this wave of positive energy. if, okay, so I don't, if you don't believe it, start writing it down and just watch, just become observant of the things that happen, because honestly and truly, just opening a little bit of the door to let that beam of light come into your life, and then all of a sudden you see it shine on other people walking down the street. um, a lot of people are reluctant to make eye contact with you, but I purposely will observe people, not to the point where it's like, who are you? It's more to, I acknowledge that you are a creation of God, that you are a part of my universe, that we share an existence, that we share a life, that we share the air that we breathe. And interestingly enough, and I've had people that walk with me sometimes go, everyone says hi to you. What's that all about? you know, I I I feel love for people until I see them, kicking a dog or something like that, until I'm proven otherwise. But even then, you have to go, okay, so, that poor person has something going on in their life. They are disheartened with what's going on in their life. They think poorly of themselves, and that's why they're taking it out on, whoever, or they have this miserable look on their face. And I feel compassion for them. And and I think it just expands, it just grows. And if I look at someone with love in my heart, I think they feel better about themselves too. At least I hope they do. So please think of at least three things, but I know you can think of five or even 10 things to be grateful for. Write them down. And the act of writing really, we can think these things, but the act of writing it down embellishes it. It makes it more permanent in our mind. It brings it into body consciousness. Just give that a try for a couple of weeks and see what happens in your life. You know, um, it used to be emails. Now it's Facebook. People will send these little Facebook posts, or they'll post on there. I know who my friends are because they're the ones that are going to answer, or are going to respond to this post. Or it kind of it hurts my heart to see that kind of stuff, because I I deliberately don't respond to those, because if people don't know that I love them, then they don't really know me. They don't have a connection to me. And if they feel, good morning, Deborah. I just saw your face show up. If they feel that they have to um, beg people to prove that they are loved, it hurts me to see that. It really does. And I guess I guess there's a lot of that in me too. I often, up until now, would think of myself as not being lovable, or as not being good enough. Okay. But I am learning. I'm learning to be grateful for who I am and what I produce and what I have to offer. And I hope that each and every one of you spends just a little bit of time every day thinking thinking gratefully about who you are and about what's happening in your life and all the wonderful things that the universe has to offer. So enjoy your Friday. Look forward to the weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Have a great day.